Hello and welcome to part 3 of my November 2013 update. Another 8 titles to show you in this video, and we'll start with I think these are all Blu-rays. First one here, this is The Colour Purple. This was one of the titles I had in the 3 for £17 sale off Amazon. This is the new release version. It's basically the same as the old one. All it does is have a slipcase with it and ultraviolet. There's quite a few releases come out again with ultraviolet on. If I haven't got the film already, then I'll pick them up. But I'm not really buying stuff just to get an ultraviolet code, because although I do use them occasionally, I'm not really going to sit down and watch things on my phone. I'd rather watch it on my big TV with 5.1 sound. So well, it's worth having. And although this one's Steven Spielberg film, it's quite a long film, and same as the DVD, so all the same extra features. Yeah. So yeah, this is basically a re-release title. Next up is another one I picked up in the 3 for £17 sale, and this is Wallace & Gromit, the complete collection. Doesn't include the film, Curse of the Were-Rabbit, and doesn't have Flushed Away. Well, that's not Wallace & Gromit, but same with Chicken Run's not on there. So it's got Grand Day Out, The Wrong Trousers, A Close Shave, and A Matter of Life and Death. And this is one I had on DVD, so I got them Blu-ray. Quite a few different extra features on there. What basically was on the DVDs on here, the only thing he hasn't got is an advert for, well, talking about making an advert for Cabot Circus, I think it is, in Bristol. When it's been built using which store was it? I can't remember which store it was now. But using what's called in the advertising, but that's not on here. But I watched that. Not really any big loss on there really. It's sort of thing you watch once. But it's got all the 4 films on there. My favourite probably would be The Wrong Trousers. I've seen them all quite a lot of times. The only one I actually haven't seen that much is the first one, The Grand Day Out. So I might watch all these again sometime soon. But yeah, if you're a fan of Wallace & Gromit, recommend picking that up. Next up, now some of these are actually new releases, but I noticed that they were in a 3 for £17 sale as well. So I had them pre-order for about £9, and in the 3 for £17 sale it came to about £6.30 each. So we'll probably less than that. Probably less than that actually, and probably should be under £6 each, wouldn't it? Yeah. So I've changed some of these over. Not all these ones were. Some of these. This is first of all Miracle on 34th Street, and this is the original one. Now, unlike the special edition DVD, it does not have the colorized version on. But again, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's a colorized version. The original one's, the black and white one's the best. I have got, say, the colorized version. I've got this also in my 20th Century Fox Studio Classics range, and basically the same content as that. I watched this one towards Christmas. Get in the mood. I've never seen this, so looking forward to watching that. Next up, this is the remake, starring Richard Attenborough, and it's directed by John Hughes. It's directed by John Hughes? No, it's not. It's produced by John Hughes. Yeah, and that is the girl who's in Matilda, and some of the films. Don't think she does much now actually. Basically, this is just a remake of the first film, of the original film. Not sure what the difference is. It's 20 minutes longer, but I'm sure the story is basically the same. And trying to prove that Santa exists. So I haven't seen this one either, so looking forward to watching this one towards Christmas. Not sure which I'll watch first, probably watch the original, then the remake. But decide sort of nearer the date. Next up, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger in Jingle All the Way. Now this sort of got panned in a way when it came out originally. Never actually owned this before, never seen it before, so it's the first time I've owned it. I actually did watch this the other day. Did enjoy it. Went a bit sort of strange at the end when he became Turbo Man. Is it Turbo Man? Yeah, Turbo Man. And he's flying around with a jetpack. It went a bit silly, but it was quite an enjoyable film. And the basic premise is he forgot to buy a present for his son. He said he bought this Turbo Man doll, which is the big toy everybody wanted in the film, and the whole film's about him trying to get hold of the toy. So there's that one. Next up, again, sort of the Christmassy film, which I actually watched the other day, but I think it's before or after Jingle All the Way. This is Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Saw the first one last year, I think it was, or the year before, for the first time. Never seen it before. And I've seen bits of this on the TV, but never actually watched this one before. But this is the sequel. And rather than being in the house, it's actually in New York. And I think actually, in a way, I prefer this one to the first one. Seems to be a bit more to it. Basic premise again. Like the first one, he gets left behind. This time he gets left at the airport, and he chases who he thinks is his dad, and he ends up on the wrong plane. So rather than going to Florida, where the weather's really bad, it's up in New York. And the people from the first film, John Hurd and is it John Hurd? Oh no, it's the dad, isn't it? Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci, the two bad guys. You sort of battle with them again. But yeah, I really enjoyed that film. Not going to bother with number 3 because I saw the trailer and frankly it looks awful, and it's got more than 2 bad guys, and it's got a non-original cast. So, although it's written by John Hughes, it's another John Hughes film, not really that bothered about it. Next up is the other Spike Lee film I mentioned. This is Do the Right Thing. Again, this one I owned but I'd never seen. This one does seem to have some bonus features on here, which is good. Don't think Clockers did, but I haven't checked the disc for that to be sure. But actually I don't think he did, because usually with the Universal releases they'll put the bonus runtime on there, and I don't think I had anything on there for that. It says 3 hours 52 minutes, is it? Yeah, but I'm sure normally they include the commentary in that running time, so probably 2 hours of that is the commentary, plus there's a documentary on there, so 3 hours. So probably if you take those off, there's about 52 minutes left on there. Although there's 2 audio commentaries on there, so whether they've counted both those or not, I don't know. Probably can't have with the running time, but probably check that out anyway. But yeah, it's a Spike Lee film, so if you're a fan of Spike Lee, I'm sure you've already seen this before. And the final one, this is The Right Stuff, and this tells the heroic tale of America's early journeys into space. So different people over different times. This is on TV the other day, I'm sure, on ITV or one of the channels. The only thing about this is if you've got the 2-disc DVD, hold on to that, because this has got no extra features on there at all. And for Warner Brothers release, quite poor really, because they tend to be one of the studios that do put on extra features off the DVD. Don't think it's to the length of the film, because you can get quite a bit on the Blu-ray. So 3 hours or so on the film. You know, the extra features are probably about a couple of hours. So it wasn't a problem, space issue. Just probably didn't bother putting them on. Whether it's to do with the rights issues with the extra features or other issues with any music on there or something, I don't know. But this is just the film. Never seen it before. So this is 3 hours. I've got to find some time to watch this. I watched a couple of long films today, and I don't really want to watch too many long films in a day, because it can get a bit of a drag. Sitting there for 3 hours watching one film, then watch another 3 hour film. So I might say this for some time later on. So that's the 8 titles in this part. I've got some more to do for part 4, and then I'll probably do part 5 later this week, when I've had some more stuff through the post. So as usual, please rate, comment and subscribe, and until my next video, thanks for watching.